Well, let me get some stuff out of the way, and then we're going to jump on into this thing. If you have not gotten this piece of work right here, you need to get it, okay? What's up, Angel's Wings? What's happening? The Forbidden Secrets of the Infamous Goodie Box. Yes, what your father didn't tell you and your mother didn't know. Get it for free, ladies. Now, I'm not play pimping with you. What is this? ChristopherReid.org. That's where you're going to get it at. And if you want to, you can follow me. Yeah. The Doc Reid, Twitter, Periscope, all of that. But yeah, but download this. It'll bless you. PDF and the Kindle. All right, for free. All right. Well, let me say what's up to a few folk, because, you know, all of a sudden I got this international audience, which is different. So we got Italy, we got the UK, we got, who else we got, Reverend? We got, Kenya. I don't know what the deal is with Kenya, but apparently Doc Reid resonates with the Kenyans, and God bless you. Who else? Bermuda. I talked to someone in Bermuda. Germany. I've been there via the scope, you understand. So, yeah, I want to say what's up, and obviously the wonderful US of A. So this particular topic we're going to talk about today, I mentioned it last week, and somebody said, well, Reverend, you need to talk about that. And I said, all right. So why do men struggle? Some men, not all men, you know, with insecurities. And I think this is a common thing. I think ladies want to know, what's the deal with the brothers? Well, I'm going to tell you. And I broke it down to three we're going to talk about today. I'm sure there are probably more, but we're going to get into three. And the first one we're going to talk about is this brother is, he's very competitive by nature. Yeah, I wanted to hear this from you. Well, I'm about to tell it to you. So, you know, do one of these, you know. This brother, he's very competitive by nature. Now, guys are competitive in general, ladies, all right? We understand this, some a little bit more than others, but this gentleman is competitive on what I would consider crack cocaine. And so we as men, we do the comparison thing quite a bit. You know, we talk about who's stronger, you know, who's faster. You're so animated. LOL. I love it. I don't know. Maybe I drink like Gatorade, not Gatorade. That don't hype you up. A Mountain Dew or Amp or something. Yeah. But you know, if I came out here and I was like, yeah, first of all, yeah, it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. So, like I said, this brother right here, on the comparison thing, and ladies, y'all know how we can get with the comparison thing, and all his is bigger than mine, and you know that don't set well with me. But this it resonate with the alphas. Okay, let's talk about the alphas, and I'm not talking about these alphas, even though I happen to be one. But you know, I'm just saying that we're talking about the men with the testosterone. You understand? And so for these guys, their thing is they don't like to lose. And stick with me, I'm going somewhere with it. So they don't like to lose. So in their eyes, second place is the first place loser. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I can crystallize this. I'm gonna teach it. I'm gonna cook it slow too. So only way I ain't gonna say the only way, but one of the ways I can really illustrate this, and some of y'all might like football. A lot of women like football. Now, if y'all like football, you may be familiar with Tom Brady. Okay. Now, Tom Brady plays for New England Patriots. Mm-hmm. He's the quarterback. Now, if you don't know much about football, it's not rocket science. I'm gonna explain it to you. He's the quarterback. That means he throws the ball. Now, there's a receiver. He catches the ball. Now, Tom Brady, if you're one of his receivers, you got one good time to drop that ball. Now, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that because maybe it was something in your eyes, but drop it again. Mm-hmm. Now, if you drop the ball again, you and Mr. Brady going to have some words. Okay. Now, he ain't going to even wait till he get all the way over to the sideline. That reverend is going to harass you like, what in the world was your problem? Drop another one. Drop another one. Mm-hmm. See, that's what you're going to get all the way to the side. But why does Minister Brady do this? Well, he does it because he's competitive. Oh, I'm going somewhere with it. I'm going to cook it slow. Yeah. He's competitive. So when we talk about this competitive nature, now let's put this in the frame of talking about what men, what we yearn for oftentimes when we have this this very competitive nature, the alpha dogs. We're talking about money and we're talking about position. You know what I mean? So when you're talking about money, so a guy who has done the money, power, respect thing, and he's climbed up the corporate ladder, all right, because he wanted to get somewhere. Now, say he's done all this, and say, let's just use for arbitrary numbers' sake, I'm burning up in this sweater. I know that, and these lights has got me on fire. But anyway, I'm going to keep it moving. So let's just say that 85, that's where he's at. He's doing it. He's doing his thing, all right? And he meets a woman. Oh, now we're talking about, come on now, I'm bringing it home. He meets a woman. He meets you. And after all of that, you doing 95. Now, you don't have to be Einstein to understand, okay, that 95 is 10 more than 85. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So I told you how this particular individual sees what he considers losing, being second place. So in a situation where he values this money and this power and this respect, and whatever you're doing, you're putting him to shame. Now, oftentimes, this is the CEO woman. Oh, come on, somebody. Now, y'all know the CEO woman. She's very docile. She's shy, and she don't say a lot. Okay? I'm lying. Okay? Y'all know the CEO woman ain't like that. The CEO woman can cut you with that tongue. I mean, she will. Oh, God. So listen, you got this man, this alpha man, alpha dog. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got this CEO woman. Now, if she doesn't know how to handle this situation delicately, you're going to have some problems, okay? Now, she's got to use a little bit of wisdom right in through here. But see, her thing is, wait a minute. Now, see, they get into a thing. She says, listen, before I met you, you know, y'all quick with that, right? Before I met you, I had everything you see me with. I'm sorry. So, you know what? Listen, I'm getting it when y'all getting it because I don't even know what I'm going to do myself. So I'm sitting here like, you know, because I don't know where it's going. So she's like, you know how y'all can be. She's like, everything I see you with, and y'all just begin to say, so you can take your and you know the brother's sensitive, you know. And so you're like, well, wait a minute. So are you saying then that I got to like dumb myself down and, you know, to try to make him feel better? I got to be all, you know, walking around and tiptoeing around on eggshells because I'm doing well and I work myself to the bone and I'm intelligent and I'm smart and all of this. See, I didn't say nothing about dumbing down. I didn't say nothing about that. And see, if that's how you feel about it, I'm okay with it. Go and get you one of those docile fellas. Get you one of those men that let you do everything you want and, you know, tell him what to do. He's just like one of your kids. You claim him on your taxes, dear. Yeah, okay, you do that over there. And you can have that, you know. But see, here's what I know for sure. Some of y'all don't want that. Some of y'all end up with that, but that ain't what you want. Okay, so what we're talking about here, like I said, we're talking about insecurity. So if you're going to be with this kind of guy, some of y'all know the kind of guy I'm talking about. He is alpha male. And if you have that guy in the CEO woman, you got to have some special kind of wisdom. Now, I'm not saying every alpha male is like this. I'm not saying that. You know, some guys understand that, you know, she's doing her thing. She's a boss in what she does. And I'm so proud of her. That's my baby. And I stand with her and I stand behind her and I let her do her thing. OK, didn't work out. I get it. And then she's like, yeah, that's my man. Blah, 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 blah. But that takes a very, very, very mature couple to do that. Okay. All right. So that's just one scenario with the whole insecurity thing, because everybody ain't made the same. Now, the next one, we're going to move on. Make sure you share this with your folk. Now you meet the one guy, and the next guy we want to talk about, his thing is abandonment and rejection. He's hurt, Reverend. He's hurt. He's hurt. Now, oftentimes when you talk about abandonment and a rejection, I don't care who you are, man, woman, it often happens in your childhood. That's where a lot of this foolishness and craziness happens. And it happens in your childhood. And so you take this man, and maybe his dad wasn't there, and not to say the dads get a pass, but dads, a lot of them wasn't there. So it might not have, he might have been a disappointed, but well, Johnny's dad wasn't there and Robert's dad wasn't there. Okay, whatever. But say his mama. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. I don't know who I'm talking to. But say his mama wasn't there. Maybe she went off and she left him with, his grandma or whoever, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, his thing was, because see, they tell us in society that your mom, if everybody leaves you, they tell us your mama, she gonna stay with you. And so if mama up and leave, then he gets this identity, I'm not good enough. Ooh, I know it. I'm not good enough. So you take that little 7-year-old boy or 6-year-old boy, whatever, and at that moment, his belief system that gets ingrained in him is that he's not good enough. Okay? Causes a lot of problems. So now let's go on, and let's fast forward. He's an adult. He's a grown man now. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, full of muscles. But you got to understand on the inside. Oh, on the inside. So what happens when you meet him? What happens when you meet him is, and y'all, the relationship is going good. Cause see, in the beginning, you can have fun. You can, we can joke, you going places. He's calling you, he's texting, y'all having a good time. Y'all having a good old time. And, but the moment, yeah, I bet you did. I bet you had a wonderful time. But the moment that he starts to realize I'm falling for her, the moment he feels that vulnerability, oh, wait a minute. The moment he feels that, that's when instinctively something happens on the inside. Something says, Reverend, it's time to sabotage the relationship. It's time. And so then what will start to happen is he'll start to pull away. Y'all know about the pull away. Pull away. Pull away. I don't know why that happened, but anyway, he'll start to pull away, and then you'll be like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on? Did I do something? Did I say something? Then you back. Yeah, I know about it. Okay, did I say something? You're trying to figure it out. Where did this come from? We was doing so well. Or maybe he'll go here on you. Maybe he'll stage a fight. He'll stage a little argument, over nothing, and you'll be like, wait a minute. How was it that, we was doing so good. Why are you beefing over that? Why are you tripping over that? Here's the thing. When he started to really get close to you, until he wanted to move in with you, huh? And when he starts to really get close to you, that's when he becomes terrified. Because you got to understand, his belief system is everyone will eventually leave you. Everyone that you care about will eventually leave you. That's the contract that he has with himself. That's his belief system. So now, in the moment that you become one of those people that he cares about, instinctively, I know it, pass it. Here you go, brother. Yeah. All right, here you go. Yeah. The moment you become in that inner circle, he got to get ghost. Okay. It's instinctive. He don't sit around and think about it. He don't think like, I like her now. I really like her. So unfortunately, I got to break up with her. I got to leave. No. You don't think like that. He's been doing it so long. It's just a part of him. It's like breathing. Okay. It's like taking a shower. It's like brushing your teeth. He just knows for some reason, it's like an alarm goes off. Got to go. And so you're sitting there wondering, what in the world happened? What did I do? But you got to understand that this man that you met, He's still a little boy. Emotionally, he's still that little boy because he's not been healed. So yes, that is his insecurity, that he is not good enough. See, that's why you got to vet your folk. Oh, you got to vet them. You can't just jump in relationships and think because you're having a good time and we kicking it. They say, how did you ever get her? I know they did. And he don't know how he got you. He don't know. You're a lot with these insecure guys. And he's not insecure because he wanted, what man, come on, y'all. What man, a man ain't made to be insecure. Who wants to be insecure? But you know he ain't gonna ask for no help. Who he gonna go get some therapy? Maybe, black men ain't into a lot of that. You just suck it up and you just kind of grit your teeth and just hope for, things will get better somehow. No, we just in a day where that just ain't gonna cut it no more. That might have maybe helped last. Well, it really never helped. That's why folks was all jacked up and crazy now. It never helped. Anywho, let's move on. So that's one. Okay, so we talked, but I loved him. I know you did. Because see, y'all get involved with these guys and they seem so wonderful. Okay, but you don't know. You don't know a person when things is going wonderful. No, you don't know nobody. You got to see them mad and sad. Okay, you got to see 360. I got to see you all the way around. Spin on around here for me. I know. I feel you. So let's move on. Now the third one I want to address. This Reverend, he's spoiled. He's what? I said he's spoiled. What in the world is that? He's spoiled, Reverend. I'm sorry, I talk to myself. I grew up an only child, so it's normal to me. It's all right. So he's spoiled. Okay? He's just a brat. He's just a flat out brat. Okay, y'all, come on, y'all know the one I'm talking about. And he got the message along the way somehow that he was too special. He wasn't just special. He was too special. And a lot of times these guys are very gifted. See, because it's not just mama and them. Now his mama might have spoiled him, made him feel like, his stuff don't stink and he was amazing. Look at my little Johnny or whatever. But, sometimes these guys are gifted. Maybe he can sing. Maybe he's an athlete. Maybe, especially in church, if you can do something, you can play and sing and, direct the choir. All that, that'll get you somewhere, And so nobody really held him accountable. So everybody treated him like he was amazing. Parents, siblings, friends, everybody. So he was, let me say, he has some narcissistic tendencies. Okay. And I'm not saying he's a full blown narcissist, but he's into himself a little bit. So his deal is this though. In a relationship, he's there for the praise and the fun. As long as everything is going fine, I'm going to get the party started. Yeah. What you like? You know how some of them saints, they come to church for praise and worship. Who's singing? Who? Oh, yeah. And as soon as after this, when they come to the word, all right, listen, I'm going to see y'all later. I got to, they don't want to meet, So he's going to be there for a good time. Now he's going to show you an amazing time. He may buy you Bath and Body Works and he's going to buy you Victoria's Secret and he's like, you're like, oh, it's like what did Prince say? If I was your girlfriend, he's that kind of guy where he's just so in tune, and, but here's the deal. Because this thing is, he has to win. And when I say win, he has to be celebrated. See, because as long as he's doing all this stuff, you singing his praises. You like, you right there with him, But somebody say hard times. See, when the challenges come, he ain't built for that. Because see, when you need somebody who's mature, who's going to stick through stick with you through some things, like when a good wind comes through, it'll blow him over. Okay. And here's where his insecurity comes in. It's that he feels inadequate when he has to handle something tough. So he's going to bounce. Hey, listen, I'm out of here, and he ain't going to announce it. I just said that, but he's not going to tell you I'm gone. He's just gone because now he's got to go to the next party. He's got to go to make somebody else, And ladies, y'all know sometimes, every day with you ain't wonderful. Just like every day with us ain't wonderful. So, but when y'all going through the thing and y'all don't feel like being, you're having a moment. And y'all have, you're free to have a moment. You're allowed. That's just life. That's real. Okay. But he don't like that because sometimes, y'all can snap off on folk. You can snap off. Okay. You don't mean nothing by it, but sometimes you're crazy. And you don't stay there. You'll come back. Yeah. And so he ain't gonna stick around for that. Because why? Because no. See, now you're making me the bad guy. I'm not gonna do that. Because he don't have no deep roots. See, when you got deep roots, let a wind come. It ain't gonna knock you over. But when your roots ain't deep, you gone. So that's him, okay? As long as you want to have an amazing time, as long as you want a guy that you feel like he's almost like an extension of like one of your girlfriends, not like necessarily in a feminine way. I'm just saying that he just feels like, oh, he's so in tune to me. He just knows what I want, and it's just amazing. And a lot of times these guys look amazing because they're into themselves, and their hair is nice, and their clothes is nice, and they work out, and they take care of themselves. Because you got to remember, they think here's the prize. He's giving his gift of himself to you. Okay? So, but like I said, once it doesn't, the fun is over, he feels like he's losing. And guys don't like to lose, ladies. And so that's where his insecurity comes in. The guy who's spoiled. Once you need somebody who's mature, once you need somebody that can handle challenges, he feels inadequate. He feels something in him says, I'm not built for this. I never had anything challenging in my life. Everything to me came easy. So I'm not signing up for this. So let me say this. Now, if you listen to all three of these guys' situations and you say, well, wait a minute, I got that one. I'm in this one right now. This is the guy I'm with. He's starting to act funny. He's starting to act weird. Okay. And see, here's what you've done, because see, you had some things that you hadn't worked out. So when he started acting all weird and crazy and pulling away and all this kind of stuff, you know what you did? You said, wait a minute. You looked at yourself. Because he got you thinking you crazy. What did I do? I tried to be, I wouldn't, and it ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay? It ain't got nothing to do with you. But at the same time, you had your own baggage. I said, yeah, I hear you. You had your own baggage. And now you taking his baggage and you didn't put it on your back. Now you got more baggage. And if you feeling like this and you feeling like, listen, this is just too much for me. I don't know why I keep getting, I was with that one. And some of y'all may feel like I've had all three of those guys. What in the world's me? Why am I getting all the insecure dudes? Okay. Well, get at me. Let's talk. Let's find out why you're getting all the nut jobs. Okay? What's going on with you? So if the Holy Spirit talking to you and you came in here, you saw the title because you was drawn in here, maybe we're supposed to talk. So get at me. Hey, first 30 minutes is on me. I got you. Yeah, I got you. We talking. We just going to find out what's going on. All right? And then if you decide, all right, I like this. You enlighten me. You brought some things to my attention that I didn't know about. You want to work together, then we lay out a plan to get you from where you are, which is stuck, going round and round and round this mountain, which makes no sense. I don't understand how somebody do that for 40 years, but whatever. Okay, and get you to free. So we're going to get you from Stuckville, okay, but we want to get you to Freetown. We want to get you free. Because, here's one thing I realized. I don't care if people come to me for anything. They come to me with abandonment issues, rejection issues, fear, lonely. I don't care what it is. People want to be free. Jesus said this, and I'm not saying I'm him. So don't spread that lie. Jesus said that I have come to set the captives free. People want to be free. People feel so stuck. People feel like they just going around and around and around doing the same thing, and they hate it, and they don't know how to get off this merry-go-round. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, months turn into years, years turn into decades. you doing the same thing. You ever look up, you be like, wait a minute, I was just 30. When did I become 40? Or you be like, when did I become 50? So life is too short. Because I tell you, when you just get in your 40s, you start to, wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute. You ain't got long now. Stuff in your 20s that you be like, yeah, whatever, I got time. And even in your 30s a little bit, you be like, yeah, whatever. You turn and you get in your 40s. And you, oh, no, I don't have no more time. You get a sense of urgency spirit on you that you be like, all right, I don't have no more time to be playing no games. So when it comes to relationships and all of that, you don't want to be playing around and wasting time with a bunch of guys that ain't going nowhere. But more importantly, it ain't even about the guys. It's about you. It's about you being where you need to be and being who you need to be. I know you don't. I feel that I know you feel it at 29. I talk to somebody 29. When somebody's that young and they talk to me, I listen. Because I know folks 49 and 59 that ain't going to reach out, to get no help and, change. Because change is not easy. You got to deal with yourself. And you have to say, that can be scary to a lot of people. I get that. So, well, anyway, that's pretty much all. If you just joined, I mentioned this at the beginning, but if you knew, hey, get my free ebook, Forbidden Secrets of the Goodie Box, which your father didn't tell you and your mother didn't know, at my website, ChristopherReid.org. Download it. I don't know why I never talk about my the video of why he married her instead of you. That's just really inside of a man's mind. I mean, oh my God, that don't get no better. So, you check that out too. Any of y'all been listening to Lexi's radio show? It's funny, getting funnier. She's got an impressionist on there. This guy sounds just like TD Jakes. I'm saying this dude sound more like TD Jakes than TD Jakes does. If y'all saw, I think he was on one of her YouTube videos. It was in a church or something like that. That dude's hilarious. He does John P. Key. Who else does he do? But it's just good. I was on there today. I was going to be on there every day. That's a lot. So I'm going to be on there Thursdays now. So I was on there this morning. It's a real good time. And yeah, so any topics or whatever, like I said, the thing I talked about today, somebody mentioned last week. So, hey, Doc, talk about that. So if y'all got something you want me to chop it up about, let me know. I'll talk about it. But if not, I got a long list of stuff. Then the Holy Spirit, he talks to me, says, no, I don't want you to talk about that. I want you to talk about this. And I don't know why, but apparently somebody needs it. So like several of y'all said, well, Doctor, you was talking today. You was in my wheelhouse. Shonda Grant. What's up, Shonda Grant? I've met great guys and they call just enough to show interest. But I'm like, come on, man, step up. Yeah. I hear that a lot. I froze. I don't know. Maybe you got to go out and come back in. I don't know. I still seem like I'm moving. I had a lot of this going on last week. I don't know. But when I played it back, it flows smoothly. It was no issues. So sometimes maybe just go out and come back. Yeah, that whole thing with guys not stepping up, the concept of the one. You got to explain that, what you're talking about. Yeah, the guy's not stepping. See, sometimes, and I don't know your situation, but see, I hear women tell me that sometimes, and sometimes it's something that you're doing that will either, in those moments of decision, that will cause a guy to either pursue or back off. And you could do it and not know that you're doing it. That's knowing the one. Okay. So you're saying you want to talk about knowing the one. See, and that's the thing. When you don't have that sense of objectivity, you just think, okay, I'm meeting these guys. But if you're saying, and whenever I hear women say, okay, I see you say yes. Whenever I hear women say they've had several guys do the same thing, there's one common denominator, and sometimes you have to see, okay, what is it that I might be, maybe you're not, I don't know. But what is it that I might be doing or putting off that I'm not aware of that's causing these guys to come in red hot? And then they get real cool because not everybody's experiencing that. If the guy pursued you, he was into you for something. I mean, there was some attraction for him to be going hard. And for him, yeah. I don't know. What's up, Mac? You missed the message on tonight, but that's all right. We're talking about insecure guys, why some guys are insecure. I want to hear about merging families. Okay. I particularly don't have any experience with that, but sometimes could it just be the guy and not her? Yep, it darn sure could. A lot of times it's probably a little bit of both. Yeah, I'm just saying. But, you know, it's very hard. It's almost like me looking at somebody trying to guess, okay, guess what's wrong with me? I don't know. I got to examine you. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, you just can't. And somebody may have that gift. I don't have that one. So, yeah. Yeah, it's all right, Mac. You know what I'm saying? You probably, you here for the after party. So for those of you who don't know Minister McNeil, if you saw me on the Lexi show with McNeil, that's McNeil. He is a minister, pastor extraordinaire, a man of God. So you know he knows the word. And yeah, so I don't know if you have anything to contribute from a man's perspective, since you're so seasoned. Since you happen to be a man. But yeah, so blended families, but I know blended families he's still single. Absolutely not. He's out here and he can answer that too. But yeah, no, he's not single. He's married with a son. Yes, he is. Happily married with a son. You got to put the happy in there because, you know, if you don't, then somebody, you know. Thoughts on soulmates. I could talk about that too. I don't know if these are just, well, yeah, now I'm taking suggestions for future conversations. Happy is good. Happy is good blessing. Huh? I don't know what that means. I have no idea what in the world that means. All right. All right. Any more particular topics? Soulmates is an interesting one, though. I get T. You said happily married. Oh, yes. There you go. I'm slow. Glad to see from interview that McNeil is married now. Yes, he is. He is married now. Happily married. Like I said, with a little McNeil. Yes, he is. He is. Because I'm sure, Reverend, in that interview, you had folks a little worried. You had them a little worried, you know. But you won the hearts of millions. You won the hearts of millions. They loved you. They enjoyed your transparency. Why do people talk like that? Parency. No. So, yeah, they did. You know, you'd be hard pressed to find enough guys that'll be that transparent. But they are deep. Yes. Transparency. So I appreciate y'all that have come out here to hang out. Some of y'all saw the topic and said, insecure men. I want to talk about that. Which interview? Oh, you didn't see the interview. It was a good time on the show. If you didn't see the interview, you go to YouTube. You look for Lexi's YouTube channel. What was it called? I don't know. I don't even know what the title of it's called. It was just, we were on the Lexi show. Just maybe Lexi show relationships. Yeah. Yeah, relationships. If you can't find it, you email me. Go to the ChristopherReid.org. You hit me up. And but when you go there, you should see all three of us sitting there. I thought I had it on my website. I don't have it up. I do. Go to my website. It's on the front page. Duh, I'm sitting here sending you all around the world. All around the world the same song. Anyway, yeah. Go to my website. It's there. Yep. And it's I think each one is 2. And each one is an hour long. I'm still waiting for part 2 of the goodie. Yeah. I know. So much I can say. But yeah, I'll just leave it with, I know. And something has to be done about that. And as soon, now I'm going to get super spiritual. As soon as the Holy Spirit speaks to me. Yeah. No, ain't no uh-oh. It's all in God's good timing, Reverend. Yeah. It's all in his good timing. I want another video with why he married her. Yeah. I do need to do a second one. I know, blink, blink. I need to do a second one and this one because now I know after seeing the first one what I needed to do, how it should have been. Hey, what's up, Tam7? Yeah, I know how it should have been. So it would be amazing now. I know it would be amazing. So there's a lot of things that I need to do, that I'm going to do. Hey, make sure I told y'all this is the year of loving yourself. Where's my diamond? Knowing you're a diamond, treating yourself like a diamond, okay? Stand in that mirror and tell yourself, I love myself. I love myself. You may think it's crazy. You may think it's weird. Here's what I want you to do. Now, this is holy. I want you to put on your birthday suit. Stand in that mirror. And just say, I love, and just go, I love myself. I love my arms. I love this. Don't forget to do the abuse scope. What is that one, Reverend? We're doing love you right now. And just because you don't love yourselves unconditionally. Nope. Nope. And that'd be a hard one for women to just sit there and say, I love my stomach. I love my thighs. I love, and smile. See, somebody told me to tell you to do that when you do that. See, I ain't get no amens on that one because that's whoo. I had somebody tell me I'm not about to do that. I said, why? Why won't you tell yourself you love yourself? Stand there and just birthday suit and all. Just I love every inch. And I didn't say, see, you wait till you get. Some of y'all want to wait till you get perfect. And oh no, give me 6 months to shed some. Why are you gonna wait to love you? Get it? I love my self. And see, when you say that, it get in your spirit. I love my self. He has himself. She has herself. Jesus said, love your neighbor. And you love yourself. So we can understand the concept of my car, my house. People be out there shining it up. You know what I'm saying? Don't get no dirt on it. I'm dealing with his insecurities. He left now. He wants mind games, abandonment of his mother. That's a lot. Well, you need to stop dealing with it. Yeah, my hyphenated self. Because you possess this. You are the steward of this. And this, you're the steward of it. Because once you start to love yourself, I just don't need to see it at all at once. But what's the problem with seeing all of it at once? It's you. You've been with you all your life. I don't get which. See, y'all don't know. See, y'all fooling with the wrong one now. Love yourself. Sleeping Beauty here. Hey, phenomenal Keisha. Phenomenal Quiche. I understand you don't want to see it all at once, but the fact, if you can't do that exercise, now that exercise, you got to grow into that. They call that the birthday suit exercise. You got to grow into that. Because if because it's going to mess with your mind. You're going to be all over the place. But if you can stand there and I love my arms, I love my, because see, some of y'all waiting. Y'all waiting to love yourself. Because see, once you learn to really love yourself, you're not going to start criticizing. You're not going to start talking bad about yourself. And then you ain't going to allow nobody else to talk to you crazy. And see, a lot of y'all putting up with a lot of foolishness because the love meter ain't where it needs to. It's a whole nother class. Whole nother class. Whole nother class. It all boils down to love. I've learned that. At the end of the day, it all boils down to love. You can say it's easier to love other people. You can say that it's easier to do for other people. But you're only giving them a foreshadow of what it would really be if you really love yourself. Because what you're giving them is not necessarily love. Scripture says obedience is better than sacrifice. You're giving them this sacrifice. It's sacrificial. I got to do this. I got to, you don't really want it. Some of y'all so stressed out now from trying to please folk and do for folks. But you got to, I got us and I need to. I already talked about that. You're not doing it from a love place. You may think you're doing it from a love place. And I'm not saying that you have any malicious intent, but I'm saying until you start to really love you. That's all, I guess all I'm going to say about that. And it's a process. It's a journey. It's not a one time, I love myself and I'm done. It has to be intentional. It has to be every day. It has to be, your creed. I have a lot of people. That's the question. How I want to love myself. How do I do it? I get that. Like I said, it's a process. Mac, I don't know if you're still out here. You was talking about abuse. I know what you're talking about now. That was what you and I were talking about. You was talking about there's a lot of that out here. Yeah, you're right. That's definitely a good one. Well, listen. I'm going to get on. What time is it? Ooh, it's 8:30. So I'm going to get on and y'all be blessed. And let's see. Is there anything else? Nothing that I can think of. I will see y'all next time. And I know it was quick. Yeah. If it's a quick word, it's just a quick word. I know it. Yeah, ain't no need to be out here all night. I don't like just hearing myself talk. I mean, I tickle myself every once in a while, but I'm gonna go out here and spend some time with my family and enjoy myself. All right. So if you didn't catch it from the beginning, y'all watch the replay. All right. Night night.